When coping with grief after losing a loved one, remember these quotes. Those we love and lose are always connected by heartstrings into infinity. Tears are the silent language of grief. The pain of parting is nothing to the joy of meeting again. Grief is like the ocean, it comes on waves ebbing and flowing. Sometimes the water is calm, and sometimes it is overwhelming. All we can do is learn to swim. The reality is that you will grieve forever. You will not get over the loss of a loved one, you will learn to live with it. You will heal and you will rebuild yourself around the loss you have suffered. You will be whole again, but you will never be the same. Nor should you be the same, nor would you want to. The only way to take sorrow out of death is to take love out of life. What we once enjoyed and deeply loved we can never lose, for all that we love deeply becomes a part of us. Grief is not a disorder, a disease, or a sign of weakness. It is an emotional, physical, and spiritual necessity, the price you pay for love. The only cure for grief is to grieve. There is no greater sorrow than to recall happiness in times of misery. No one ever told me that grief felt so like fear. Grief and love are conjoined, you don't get one without the other. What is lovely never dies, but passes into another loveliness, stardust or sea foam, flower or winged air. There are no goodbyes for us. Wherever you are, you will always be in my heart. The risk of love is loss, and the price of loss is grief. If the people we love are stolen from us, the way to have them live on is to never stop loving them. Love knows not its own depth until the hour of separation. The darker the night, the brighter the stars, the deeper the grief, the closer is God. Grief is a most peculiar thing, we're so helpless in the face of it. It's like a window that will simply open of its own accord. The room grows cold, and we can do nothing but shiver. But it opens a little less each time, and a little less, and one day we wonder what has become of it. We need to grieve the ones we have loved and lost in this lifetime, not to sustain our connection to suffering, but to sustain our connection to love. They that love beyond the world cannot be separated by it. Death cannot kill what never dies. When someone is in your heart, they're never truly gone. They can come back to you, even at unlikely times. The pain of grief is just as much part of life as the joy of love. It is perhaps the price we pay for love, the cost of commitment. Although it's natural to forget your power after you lose a loved one, forgiveness is actually a release of power, not a loss of it. The more that you love someone, the more it's going to hurt when they're gone. To live in hearts we leave behind is not to die. You don't get over it, you just get through it. You don't get by it, because you can't get around it. It doesn't get better, it just gets different. Every day, grief puts on a new face. It is the will of God and nature that these mortal bodies be laid aside when the soul is to enter into real life. 'Tis rather an embryo state, a preparation for living. A man is not completely born until he be dead. Why then should we grieve that a new child is born among the immortals? Thanks for watching. Share.